In the newest MrBeast video, ages 1 through 100 compete for $500,000. This is the story of Contestant 54.
You want the best? You got it right here.
The first time we see number 54, he is already claiming that he is the best. Already cocky, 54 was ready to play the game hard.
My strategy is to make a lot of noise so people don't get any sleep and they really want to get out.
The weakest of the pack dropped like flies. They were never gonna win. They didn't even get to a challenge. They just gave up. The kids attempted to scream their way into annoying everyone into leaving. But ever resilient, this did not faze number 54. To speed things up, MrBeast decided to have a challenge.
The ball is placed under one of these 3 cups.
Nolan, Chandler, start moving them around.
Whoever remembers where the ball is stays in the game. Everyone else is eliminated.
On the surface, it seems like a pretty simple game, but when people start forgetting which cup the ball is under, it starts getting a little bit more strategic.
It's like you blink or you look away for a second, and it's gone. We relied on a consensus here.
New strategy. We're not going to tell them the correct thing. When they ask, it's a different color.
I don't know who to trust.
Green.
He said red.
Red.
She said blue.
Blue! Don't trust her!
I don't trust the man over there at all.
You're done, big boy. Done.
This guy, bro, he starts doing he just laughs at people's demises, and he goes, "You're done, big boy, you're done." This guy is a perfect cast for this. His claws are out. He's gonna win this by any means necessary, coming up with very creative means to eliminate people by lying and telling them the wrong color. He's making villainous moves that I ain't ever seen in a MrBeast video. This is $500,000 we're talking about, and this guy's playing to win.
We got an enemy now, the old guy.
I know, look at him.
There's friction between these two groups.
He told me red. She told me the truth.
These are the people he's been talking to the whole time we're here. And they told him the wrong color.
Her and I were just playing with him, giving him the wrong color. We were just having fun with him. They took it the wrong way.
If you gotta win by line, that's not the way we want to play.
What they've done is they've turned a bunch of folks against them. A bunch.
Being the king of chaos and stirring up trouble proved to not be such a good strategy. Will 54 be able to recover from the precarious strategic position he has placed himself in?
By the end of day 2, almost half the contestants have been eliminated.
It was fun to tell them the wrong color because they didn't know what to do.
People are angry at each other, but there's no challenge. Not a lot happens on day 3. People walk out because they're just really, really angry.
By the end of day 3, 54 and 74 were the biggest targets.
Time for another challenge. If you thought things were crazy last time, it's about to get a whole lot more barbaric.
You each have a piece of paper and a Sharpie. I want you all to write a number of one of the remaining contestants on that paper. Whoever gets the most votes is eliminated.
For all of you reality fans out there, this is essentially just a circle. These competitors know not what they have gotten themselves into.
In the last challenge, there was a lot of lying.
So now the people that were lied to are gonna vote out the people that lied to them, so it pays off to be honest.
We'll see about that, Jimmy.
What's your vote?
54, his cockiness and his lying.
74, she's not a very grateful person. Somebody needs to go, would be her.
You wrote that down quick.
Yes, we got this whole block.
So everybody's voting for 54?
Yes, we're going to see who has more influence. Things are about to get real interesting.
Everybody, reveal your answer in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I'm seeing a lot of same numbers up here.
Such a big war between 74 and 54.
The results are in, and it was actually scarily close. Within 2 votes, the loser is 74 with 14 votes. Nolan, can you please show 74 out?
Yes, 54 lives. Not only can he play this game villainously, not only can he play this game hard, but he can play this game good. Do not mess with 54, or you will suffer a similar fate.
Now we need to do that 9 more times.
We all just basically came to a consensus at the same time that 10 needs to go.
He's so annoying.
Like, he literally voted for me and it didn't do anything to him.
That's a strong-minded child right there. If he stayed the whole time, he could win.
The 10-year-old's my favorite. I really hope he stays in.
Yeah, I'm thinking 10. I'm so sorry, 10. But if I don't vote for you, then they want me out.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think he voted for me.
Show your vote to the camera.
Savage.
Oh my gosh. That is a lot of 10s.
I know this video is about 54, but 10 was a solid player. He created the screaming strategy that it got at least like 10, probably even 20 people out. He also had the mental fortitude to be the last person in his decade still in the game.
You guys are sick in the head!
You outlasted this entire vote. And the only reason they voted you out was because they were scared.
I'm sorry, is that Jesse from Survivor?
Okay, I need every single one of you to vote for 14.
I don't know how to put this, but almost everyone voted for 14.
We have to think in terms of who's the biggest threat, and this one's gonna be tough. Get ready.
It's time to go.
The 50-year-olds were determined to eliminate people, and they had the most voting power by far.
73 is also one of those bad apples.
73, 15 votes.
They got a pretty big power block right there.
Oh my God. The 50s might single-handedly take out everybody in their 70s.
71?
But 71 got 15 votes.
I've never been so threatened by 50-year-olds.
It's kind of scary. We lost some good friends. Hate to see them go.
I hate doing this. It was 75.
Whoa. This is insane.
Almost everyone voted 69.
I feel so sorry for you.
69, you've been voted out.
Look at what you've done.
The next person is...
It's 35 with 9 votes.
We randomly chose.
And I'm sorry to say, 21.
The 50s do not mess around. At the beginning of this, a war was brewing between the 50s and the 70s, and the 50s demolished the 70s. I love the idea of the scary 50-year-old voting block, but realistically, look at how all the boxes are set up. The 50-year-olds are the only decade with more than 4 people that really can all communicate with each other, as well as the 50-year-olds are in the middle of the entire thing. The 50-year-old can communicate with the other decades, who then can communicate with the other decades. The 50-year-olds have the easiest time getting any sort of information about who we're voting across to the other player. Still, the 50s and the 70s are the only decades to actually try this, so there seems to be a bit of bias toward the older people in terms of thinking strategically.
Let's see who you savages dogpiled on. Show the numbers. Over half of you voted for 96. The purge is now officially done. If you're in your cube, you survive.
Because of their alliance, the 50s made it through the entire voting game untouched. And yet again, somehow 54 survived.
Another day, another challenge. This one's a little less fun because it's a lot less socially strategic.
Inside of each of your cubes is a Jenga tower. We're gonna pull blocks out one at a time. And if your tower falls, you're eliminated.
Yeah, really, I'm just gonna skip through this. Like, nothing of strategic value happens here, so 54 wasn't eliminated, and he was not an important figure at all in the segment, so we move on.
There's no way they're gonna vote for another challenge tomorrow.
Challenge.
The contestants are playing 1v1 against their neighbor. Each player is given 10 marbles, and they choose what game to play. By the end of 30 minutes,
only the person with 20 marbles moves on.
This keeps going back and forth.
Hey, remember, he said we both go home, so one of us is gonna have to decide a different game.
Rock, paper, scissors for half a minute is bad too.
Okay, this is for all the marbles. We're gonna do all or nothing. Does that sound fair?
This is for all the marbles?
Yeah. But you have 14 marbles and he has 6. Why are you gambling?
All or nothing, a minute and a half.
Hurry up!
Rock, paper, scissors, turn!
I got them all.
54 escaped elimination again.
Somehow, from a losing position, down 8 marbles against 38, 54 uses the time pressure to convince 38 to go into an all-or-nothing rock-paper-scissors match. He just massively increased his odds of surviving. Why did 38 allow this? MrBeast is confused. I'm confused. How did this happen? How is he still here? This guy's the MVP. He runs this game. ugh. This, like, watching this guy has made me the most excited I have ever been watching a MrBeast video.
The only people left are 23, 40, 43, 52, and 54.
Look at the graveyard of X's. These were all cubes like mine at the start.
In this challenge, the 95 contestants who have already left will vote.
And the 3 of you with the most votes are gone.
Well, I wonder how this is gonna go.
You have no idea what people think of you.
Do you think the people that were eliminated liked you?
No.
How many votes does it say you got, Joe?
10.
Which is not enough to be eliminated. He's one of the 2 that passed.
23. Yes. You were in fact eliminated.
No.
You received 15 votes. And now the 2 of you. All right, we'll come over here.
This is tense. Very tense.
54.
I got the most votes, I know.
Wait, how'd you know that?
I don't trust the man over there at all.
You're done, big boy, done.
I just know.
Yeah, you did. You got 37 votes.
Well, it was a good run, but unfortunately, 54 didn't make it to the end. I am making this video because all I know about this guy is that he is 54 years old. I don't know his name. I don't know his socials. Also, no one else was talking about this guy. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to talk about him. I mean, this guy was absolutely crazy, and I loved watching him. I would love to know if he has social media. Maybe I could, like, follow him or something. I kind of want to, like, hype this guy up, get him on, like, Survivor or Big Brother. I mean, if he wants to. I mean, this guy seems like an amazing cast for really any show. I still don't even know what his name is, but he seems like an amazing cast. Anyway, that concludes the tale of Contestant 54.